a quick tutorial of how to install plugins into Grasshopper. So first things first, if you're on the Food for Rhino page, this is where you'll find most plugins, not all plugins, but most plugins. It's a good place to look for new ones. If you come to a page here, we have Pufferfish pulled up. First thing you're going to want to do is sign in to Food for Rhino so you can download. So I'm signed in currently. Scroll down here, and with most plugins, they'll have multiple download buttons. So you're just going to want to find the one that is the most updated. So we're going to do v3.0. You'll see that there's also a v3.0 examples. The examples download is just example files that you can walk through in Grasshopper to learn more about the plugin. But the plugin itself is going to be the standard, whatever title is. So we're just going to go ahead and download that file, be a zip file to our folder. So you see if we pull in the downloads folder we just got, we can see it right here. So the first thing we're going to want to do is left click on the zip file itself. So it's selected, and then right click and come down here to properties, or wherever properties is on your computer. We can see here that says security. The file came from another computer. That doesn't matter. It's safe. We'll just need to hit unblock though. So hit unblock, hit apply, and hit OK. Once you've done that, we can come back and right click on that zip file, and we're going to extract or unzip that zip file. Once it's extracted, you can see the unzipped folder shows up here. So what we're going to want to do is open that up so we can see the components in here. So right now we have this GHA file. We also have some components here. README is just an installation text document that is not part of the plugin itself. This just might tell you some stuff about the plugin. But once we have the plugin downloaded, we're going to go back to Rhino and Grasshopper. Go to File in Grasshopper and scroll down to the Special Folders page. And then from here, we have two important buttons, the Components folder and the User Objects folder. So first thing we're going to do is open the Components folder. And that shows up here. And then we're also going to have our Pufferfish folder open, so the plugin we just downloaded. And for the components folder that we just opened up, we're going to want to have the windows side by side because we'll drag files in. For the components folder, we're going to want to put in .gha documents or any of the green files. And you can see here this list. We have green files, purple files, and these white .dll files. So if you ever download a plugin and see any of these three options, GHA, GHX, or the DLL, green, purple, and white, if you ever see any of these options, these will all be dragged in to the components folder. So what we do is just take this and we'll drag that and drop that in there. I already have Pufferfish installed, so I'm not going to do it at the moment. Once you've pulled over any green, white, or purple files into the components folder, we can go ahead and close that window. We'll come back to Grasshopper and look at the next important button, the user object folder. So we'll open that up, and we'll also pull our plugin window back open again. And you can see in the user objects folder, we have a lot of these orange icons with the extension .ghuser. So anything that is orange or has the extension .ghuser will come into the user objects folder. So we can see here, if we open up the second folder in this plugin, you can see we have all the ghuser documents here. So what we can do is just select all of these, all the orange .ghuser files, and drag them into the user objects folder. As you can see, I already have them in here, so we're good to go. Once they're dragged in, you can close the user objects window. And that's everything you'd have to do to install most plugins. So some plugins might just have a GHA file. Some plugins might also have user object files, just depends on the plugin. But once you've dragged everything from the downloaded file into the Grasshopper windows, we can go ahead and close all those windows. Now it's installed, but you'll probably see that it's not going to show up in Grasshopper itself at the moment. So what you're going to want to do is close Grasshopper, close Rhino, and restart both softwares. And once you restart both softwares, you can come back, open Rhino again. Then we're going to open Grasshopper again as well. That'll come back up. And you can see we just installed Pufferfish, and we have this new tab, Pufferfish, up here. And you can see we have all of the objects and the components that come in with this plugin. So that's how you install a plugin. Hope that helps.